Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Bodie, and I am going to fold an origami whale. As you can see, I've made some, and a group of whales together are called a pod. So here's my pod of paper whales. I made some out of magazine paper, loose leaf. This is my practice calligraphy paper. This one got a little face just for fun. Oh, this one did too. So I made the different sizes mainly from reusing the same paper. So I always suggest using recycled paper, especially your first models, because it's always a learning process and then you get better at it. So look around. I'm going to use this piece of something I printed, some receipt of some sort. And it's kind of nice because I have a lot of white area here. Most paper you're going to use or find or buy even starts as rectangles, okay? So most origami models start with a square, so I'll just go over how to make a square from a rectangle. So you just take one edge of the paper. Now I'm going to just fold to here because I want to keep all the white. Why not? Since it's here. And remember, pressing out folds is great because it helps you with the next fold. So here's my popsicle stick. You can use a pencil. You can really use anything that you find. Alright, so now I have my triangle, and I like cutting on or using a straight edge. So I lay the straight edge onto where the edge of my triangle is, and I rip up and towards the ruler or against the ruler. Do that again. Get rid of this. You can go down too. You can go up. And I'm going to save this little rectangle because it's white. I'll save this one too and show you the minis we make later. Okay, so here's my square, almost perfectly white. All right. So the first fold is a triangle, and since you've made the square, you've already made that fold. So let's just do that. You're going to open it, hold it so the fold is vertical, and you're going to take the side and fold towards the center and stop. So I have these tiny little rips down here, which will probably happen to you too if you're reusing paper. So I have to be a little bit more careful about forming that point. But I'm bringing the side in to meet the center fold. And I'll do it again. Take the side, fold it in to meet the center. So really what I've just made is a kite fold. And if you watch some of the other videos, I made a kite. You could stop there, but let's not. Let's keep going for the whale. Okay, here's the kite. You could also call it an ice cream cone. And when I was learning it, that's what my teacher described it as. Helps to remember this next step. So here's your ice cream. Maybe it's a hot day. Maybe you're hungry and it's going to melt. So you're going to take this tip and you're going to go meet those other folds. So however it helps you to remember it, you can call it whatever you want, whatever it looks like to you. And that's fine. Okay, so there's my fold. My next fold is, we're going to use that center fold that we had in the very first fold and fold this in half along that line or along that crease. And always really important, press out your folds. Notice I'm running this stick over the whole model, so I really want this to be flat. Now it doesn't look like much yet. Orientation plays a big part in origami. So I'm going to turn it so I'm now in this orientation, and the longest side is the bottom. And in an abstract way, it does look like a whale. So we've got the longest side down here. That's the folded side. Here's its head. We're going to form its tail. So looking at that long side, if this is about half, I want to go about 1/4 of the way towards this point and fold that point up and press on that fold. And then I'm going to fold it in the opposite direction. So you can turn it over and do that. This one you could probably do in the air once you have a fold, nice and press. And my very good friend who does origami so much better than I do called this the exercising the fold, which makes a lot of sense because we're softening it. We really need this to fold in both directions for the next fold. So there's two ways to do it. You can, this is our final orientation. You can press up from the bottom and just reverse that fold. So I'll do that again. So here's my fold. I'm going to take it, I'm going to press up and press in. But I think it's easier to see this way. So turn it upside down so you have this fold. And then just press down and that fold here will reverse. Those are the ones you exercised. And now it's looking a little bit more like a whale. Here's the finishing touch. We're going to form the tail. So I'm going to just flatten that a little bit. I'm going to take some scissors and cut between those two folds. Now this is where the purists in origami say never use scissors, never use glue. Many models look great with these adaptations, so you can be a purist or not. So here now I'm going to fold it back up the way it was, and now that I've cut it, I can split the tail. It just, to me, gives it a little bit more life, a little more animated. So there's your whale. Draw your face or not. So let's make a mini, okay? So as I said, you can use this paper. Look how tiny I could make my next whale, right? There's my triangle. And I could make this tiny whale. But I think that would be very hard for you to see in my video. So I'm not going to do it that way. But I do want to show you, let's say, like I love this picture. I love the pink of it. And let's say I want my whale to be this color. How do I make this rectangle into my square? Well, same way I have been doing, but first let me cut off all the stuff I don't want in my square. Get rid of that, get rid of that. And I'm going to get rid of this too. So now I have a rectangle that's all colored. And now I'm going to take it and fold one edge to the other. Okay. Looks like I'm cutting off her head. Oh well, a little bit of her hair. Okay, so here's my square. So I really want the whale to be on this side, right? So I'm going to start on the opposite side, other side, the printed side. And I'm going to fold my triangle. That's my first fold, open. Now kite. One side meets the middle, other side meets the middle. This paper is a lot thinner. I don't feel, I'm not pressing as much, but I will just for practice. Here's my kite. Now it's an ice cream cone. Tip of the ice cream gets eaten or melts. So the tip folds to meet those other folds. Take the whole model, fold it in half. It's getting great. So look, now I turn it. The whale has the face of the magazine person. Hello. This is about half. We want to go to 1/4. Fold up. Turn it over. Fold on the same fold. Exercising the fold. Makes your next fold easier. Okay, so I'm going to leave it in the upside down position so I think it's easier. This is going to go down, right? So kind of want to hold it so it's still a little bit folded. Press this down, reverse the folds, just press it inside. And I could stop there, but I will not. Your choice. Cut to split the tail. And now I have a beautiful pink friendly whale. Enjoy. Teaching someone else is a great way to learn this. It cements it in your mind. Have fun.